Um, Hi there. Actually, today, somehow, some way that it just hop on my mind about things. Sometimes when I really think a lot, I usually get into the depression of me comparing and sometimes think bad of myself, kind of like that. So every time I do that, I feel super bad about myself. I feel like, well, everything not gonna be good, and I know that those are some bad habit to hook into, but I can't help but stop doing it. So to counter that, I actually sometimes when I do go into some of the moment like that, I go into I record myself in front of the camera and I start talking. So mm, today the talk may be a bit long because I wanna go over the thing that I really have on what I do think right now, what I have on my mind, and what been on my mind for so long that maybe that is holding me back, maybe that is not, but yeah. So the first thing that I want to tell you guys is um last last today is Thursday, almost to Friday. Thursday. Today's Thursday, and on Monday I have a student advice counseling, yeah, student counselor affair with St. Thomas University. And the thing is that talk they talk about one thing that have been really on my mind for a while, and I've even wrote it in my journal that I would think so much of it nowadays every day. So what is that? So they actually show me a graph that how AI will change the world that we are living today right now. But there already is, and there have been going on. So to do exactly, let me go back with it. Okay, so the question that I actually ask myself is, what if 10 to 10 years later, the major that I like and I really got into got replaced by AI, then what value I'm gonna bring to the society? What can I bring to the society? Because the thing here is to be an entrepreneur or to be in any type of business, you clearly that I have to solve problem, and the problem is the value that I can bring to to the society. So what value can I bring into? And I said, well, the problem has been for so much long, because to be honest, right now, even though I have been so much many ideas come to my mind, I tried it, but I really that there are nothing that I could think of right now to do an actual change. an actual problem to solve, as an actual solution to solve, because maybe right now I am not the the cap of my mind is not that way high up for me to see the thing that actually gonna happen in the future. Right now I cannot really forecast any of my prediction about the future. The future is, they can change in any time, any timeline, because just one small thing happen, everything change. The butterfly effect, kind of like that. So to be honest, the only thing I'm sure is that in the future, AI and electricity, electric car, electric blah blah blah, like that, electric and neuroscience, the the biology about making, like fixing gene, and neuroscience, like the one Elon Musk is building on, is onto right now. Those, I think that a high proportion of chance that it will be what can I say, popular in the future. And say to me that, well, I want to have a business, I want to be an entrepreneur. So what can I do? Because the thing is, right now AI are so much strong, even though it's just have been known for 3 or 4 years, and now it's already can do a lot of things. Some powerful, really powerful tool are up into the internet, and a lot of them are been applying to real life. So the problem here is not, the problem are not have anymore for me to solve, even though they still have, but they are less, because the more time I waste, the more time problem will be fixed and filled. So there's really no chance anymore. That is why I am so depressed of, because things right now I am so much slow. I know to myself that right now, if I want to have a business at the age of 17, I can. But whereas I won't say about the capital, I want to talk about it, because the capital are not the problem, not really of the biggest problem. To me, capital is not the big problem, even though sometimes they really are. But to me, connection and what was that? Supply and demand. Connection and demand. Supply, demand, yeah. That's because the two always have to have. And the connection, because when you build the connection, you don't need a capital to start with. You just need 3 factor, and the capital can be off. Even though you're gonna smart at it, it's really small scale, but then it's gonna build up. It's gonna be so. What I'm gonna do? What is the major that I'm choosing? And lucky for me, I don't know that is it the way that God sent me the chance to do it, or maybe I'm just thinking too much and actually the chance is coming. Just for the few months I've been so depressed, and as you can see, so my past video that I have talked about have so much thing that I'm worrying about a lot of things. I was so heartbroken. I was like some kind of crazy. My emotion was some kind of like that. But right now, after talking for a while, you see the depression right now are gone back, but back to the main things. So actually, I heard about a program, and those I'll talk about. Those are 100% off for a business major student, and in the business they have many faculty and a lot of more things to do, you know. But I think I will choose the something related to entrepreneur and connection, because here is the things. AI is just something that we human feed in the data. It cannot have emotion. I couldn't tell that. Somehow in the future they will change, but right now haven't. So, oh my god, why is my hair is yeah. I don't wanna look bad on a video, you know. Oh, bother me? Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I got cilantro on my hair. So those help me not to have it pulled up, because I don't like the feeling of hair just touching my forehead. So it's just put on. Okay, back to the main thing. Actually, the AI cannot connect with people. For example, right now, in I don't know, for the next 10 to 50 years, it's obviously that the AI couldn't make a company on its own. They don't have that much power to do and permission, because I know they can do it right now, but they don't have the permission to do it. That's how scary it is, but it is fact. And the last thing, the connection, the fear, the emotion that they have to have between people, because in business you have to build bond between people, and the emotion are one of the top thing to care about. And the last thing is the execution, because if you have AI have idea but they cannot execute the things, they cannot execute it. You can take from AI and execute it, but the AI cannot take the idea from you and execute it. No matter how creative they are, as my bias, as I know about AI, as they are feeding the data, they already have data to the AI, so the AI put out things. So beyond the a new things, a new universe, the AI cannot do that. Obviously cannot. So, but lucky for us that human can think beyond the box, beyond what we can see. That's why we are developing into this day. But AI cannot. That is the thing that I want to say. So, if right now I really want ego, I really want for that one, you know, let me tell you a story about a boy. When he was young, when he was about grade 4 or something, he joined a skill training center, He learned about new things there. He learned about the world, the outside world, not only in Vietnam but the outside world, the U.S. specifically, more of that. He learned so much things there that he have a bias that, well, university is useless. And in fact, at the time, I always think it is. I always against school. Not I, the boy. The boy always hates school. He doesn't do well on school. He doesn't want to learn. He do, oh no, he doesn't want to learn, but he also don't know what to do. Like, exactly. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what he wants to be. He know what he wants to be. At that time, let me tell you, that is to be a pilot. But later on, the boy realized that, oh, this is kinda wrong. Because he realized that he never wanted to be a pilot. He just want to have the feeling of get onto a plane and travel very far away, a adventure journey. And he know that for a fact that, okay, he doesn't want to be a pilot. That is when he read the book. He read the book of Rich Dad Poor Dad, and then he opened up the world that he never know. He opened up the world that, what if he don't realize that things are happening around him right now and continue to blindly walking toward it? What if he was never understand about the world outside of his comfort? Tell you that he is a lucky boy, that he was going to have. He was read a lot of books. He was educated by himself. He got a chance to stand up and work. But at that time, he don't like school. Let me tell you. The story may contain some of really personal and it was really long to hear, so you can like double the speed up. But if you want the emotion to be flow as smoothly as possible, then just stay on one point and then the flow with me. At that time, when he grade 9, the time where he facing a decision in his life, his father, his mother, when he see his father is getting old. His father is working really hard every day. God. You see his family like doesn't have that much of a condition. Even though right now what all of I have is the best of the student in my age. they always give him, his parents always give him the best condition, even though at that time he doesn't want to learn anything, and somehow his parents still work very hard for him to go to international school. And at first he doesn't learn, he let down his parents, but his parents still have hope, trust in him. And he knew that. He knew that his family are facing some of the major problem, because in that time when the student have to study and take a test, take an exam, entrance exam to each school. And honestly, at that time, the boy was either the lowest or the second lowest in the class. He don't know anything, he just lost all of the root. But the boy said, no. He said, I see how his parent, he said, I see how my parent work really hard. And by every day, my mom came home, and the funny thing is that his mom came home, and the funny thing is that she always talk about financial problem with the family. She always talk about the money, the burden that she have to keep two of her children to study at an international school, the school that way out the league of many students. And he actually told himself that, okay, I learn, I study, and I don't know, maybe he was lucky. He was lucky enough to actually get into the school where the point is decently, or no, not decently, pretty high in Da Nang City. It was top four or something like that. Yeah, about top 3 or 4. But the boy actually did it. He was very happy. But the experience that he was never forgot about the money is on the day that he graduated from the school, from the secondary. He and his friend are setting up a party, and until now the boy never forget the feeling at that time. He was traumatized for a fact. That is, he and his friends set up a party, a sleepover party, and then the boy get the promise of the mom that, okay, if your dad allow you to go, then you can go. Oh, okay, then you can go. And say, okay, I go to ask my dad. My dad accepted. I actually convinced him for a really long period of time. But when come back, what do you know? His mom said, well, no, I don't want you to go. I will not give you the money to go. I said, well, and he said, well, if I don't have the money, what will I do? It is a sleepover. Everyone pay for their meal, and then I just came there and eat their stuff like that. It was kind of embarrassing. Nor I could say that is a shame to me. Not having the money and eat other food and stuff like that is not something that I want to do. And I said, no, why? You said you already let me go. She said, I told you I let you go, but did I say that I would give you the money? I said, no. I said, actually, that time I really angry about my mom, and then I decided to just lock down myself at that time, and then I said to myself, okay, I cancel the plan, I stay home, I cried pretty hard at that time because it was the anger inside of me, the rebellion of me inside that say, okay. Actually sad because it is actually the last time I may see many of them, but I actually don't have the chance to go. That is the least thing that I want to do before I want to go to the outside high school with. And from that day, I cried so much. I cried like I want to die. And lucky that time I told my friend that, okay, that is my problem, and they decided to help me. But that day I was never forget that. If later on in life, if I don't want to get controlled by everyone, by the money, I have to have the money. I have to have the freedom of myself. I want to have the freedom that I want myself to do anything, and then I could. I have the chance to do it. And if I want to pay for my children, I want to do the best for them, I could. And I would not let them sit and dream about it. I would not. So that is the moment that actually led me inside this road. I will not talk too much about the emotion growth when I was there, but because clearly I was talking too much in a lot of video previously, but like those are some of the moment of my life where I get mature. I'm getting mature, and yeah, I was understand myself more and emotionally stable. So yeah, on to grade 10, when he actually have a lot of time, he start to put in the work, put in the thing that he want to do. And one of the book that lead him to the journey, that is this book, The Rich Dad Poor Dad. Well, it's been a pretty long time that I haven't read this book for a while, but yeah. And then he read a lot of book, for example, about Jews, about habit, about self-development, about financial, a lot of it, like more than 30-40 book or something like that. He read a lot of book in that time, and actually he enhanced himself to the point where he say to himself that, okay, is already enough. There's no matter how much book he reads. For example, let me take this cup of water for example. The water inside is full, and if he keep pouring inside, nothing will happen. The water is just keeping going out and spill all over the place. So the things he must do right now is that he must make a new cup or push the cup higher up. So it's actually about really put in the work, not absorbs the knowledge anymore. He have to put in the work. And the journey start in, as I remember, until this day, 23rd of January 2023. Oh no, 2024. Yeah. It was hard. It was heartbroken. It was tiring day, tiring night. In the morning I study, in the afternoon I have an AI plan development, or I don't know how to call them. I actually make an AI and actually failed, but that is something that led me to right now that I understand more about AI. And the most thing that I remember about that time is that in that time I lost a lot of money to trading. I have to be honest to you that I lost a ton of money to trading. I trade like crazy. I trade like gambling, to be honest. And on the waypoint there, I actually learned a lot about financial system that we have today, that I say that I would not regret doing so. But it actually lost a lot of money, and those money really damaged me from inside, you know. I Actually I want to show you something that I have the book right here. I don't know what this called in English, but it's actually about investment. Oh, they have the English name here. 24 Essential Lesson for Investment Succeed by William John O'Neill. So I actually put inside the work a lot, you know. What book do I have more? Oh, this one. Go off. And this one, Psychology About Money. I have this book, and then I have The Midas Finger by Robert Kiyosaki, The Richest Man in Babylon, and Think and Grow Rich. I actually have this book, but I don't know how this called. It's called Jew Intelligence by Aaron Katz. I think this book is really good, to be honest. because it showed me how to learn. It showed me how the pupil, how how mentally the pupil are. Because in this one they talk about a man, a poor Jew, and he actually became a rich man by selling fashion, by doing fashion also, as I'm not mistaken. And yeah, just a lot of that about financial at that time, a lot of them. And I couldn't forget the night after when I lose the money, and then I would sit there wondering about my life, myself. I was doubting that, what is it, the road that I want to go? Is it the right path or whatever? So I start to doubt a lot, and a lot of it. So I was every day in that time, to be honest, I was not socialized. I have no close friend to be specific. I have one or two, but like we talk really little, and most of the time I spend myself inside solitude, quietly, and just pain, just scramble myself about saying, "Wow, wow, wow." Was, I don't know, no word can describe the feeling of me at that time, because I think it's just so much pain that I could say that I lost myself in that. I lost myself in the process. And no found. I'm not found in myself the joy, the pleasure when in the journey. I just seen the waypoint I want to go. Just want to see the destination that I must head into. So it was like, no, that is the right. No, that's the wrong things. And for the whole summer, I don't actually do a very bad decision. I did really bad decision. That is, I learned about more thing. I do agency. I learn about the agency business, and I learned the type of business the type of business model, and I actually got into doing it, and I failed one more time, but at that time I learned more thing about it. That is the only thing that right now I would say that I'm grateful for. I failed, and that time I thought I was so much ambitious that I cut out myself from the thing that only made me happy. That is to play game, to game with my friend, and to have fun like a normal teenager without worrying too much. But no, I decided to take it all up to myself and work so much hard, learn so much things, do so much stuff that way out of what I have right now. In that time I become very sensitive. I become very emotionally vulnerable. I get angry over small thing. I don't have good relationship with my parents. And the same thing happened a lot of time, where I say bad thing to my parents. I say I behave not well, I behave not good, and sometimes I think back, well, I really need to sorry to my parent. But in the way of growing, in the journey of growing up, I always see emotion as some of my weakest point, because sometimes I could not control my emotion. Sometimes I could lose it. Sometimes I could be so much crazy about it. And yeah, that actually was some of my weakest point. And for that summer, oh, and the last thing, and then one more thing. In that summer, I decided to make a TikTok, and then you know what happened next, right? I failed. I failed one more time because not because I'm not. I failed not because I don't do. Not because I don't have view. I failed because I didn't put in the work. I was lazy. The more time I lazy, the more time that the pain is beating me. The more lazy I am, the more I become more hurt because I don't do anything. I'm so much fall back behind, like peer pressure. Like peer pressure, right? The pressure between your teenager with your same age on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, like that, and that created for me a hateful attitude toward other people because when you see other people are so much happy living their life, I said, why? Why? I am the only one that who try so much hard. Well, let me check the percentage. Oh, still good. Try so much hard to put things to grind myself out the way. And I said that, and I really hate everyone, and I don't want to make friends with them because it seems like that they are not in my circle. I am the outsider. I am the only one. I'm the special one. Even though I can see it, and now, but less. Even though right now I still see it, I am as a special one, but not that kind of arrogant anymore. That is the only thing that I see myself growing up well. Yeah. And another time, the comparing. I don't give myself a time to rest. I just like a red pill community where you have to go work hard, grind yourself. Oh, you don't sleep, you don't play, you just work until money. Your parents old. Uh, you gonna die. Nobody care. Kind of like that. It create for me pressure, pressure in such a young age, but the person behind all of those are me, and right now I'm gratitude for all of what have been through because I know that is the path that God laid for me to go through. Maybe at some point I have to face it once again, but surely the next time I will be more prepared and I will be much stronger, much stability. So, and through all the summer, and there's one day I told to myself that let's put all things aside, and let's put all things aside, even though I'm not saying I'm quitting. I'm quit because quitting is never in my vocabulary. I don't want to quit. I'll just pause that. Delay is called delay. And actually, at that time, I just went back to reading book. I just went back to, I started to build a connection with my friend, and I have a really good group of people who around me support me and do all kinds of stuff. And I really appreciate for because they've been with me through challenge, and right now that is what I really do. I start to go hang out more. I start to enjoy my teenage life. I start to have more friends. I start to open up. I start to tell myself. I start to share my story for people to understand at that time why. Although it doesn't need to be, but I would still want to share about my story. I talk, and at that time my depression is lower, and as you can see, the thing is that you need to have a connection, even though you don't want to listen to, maybe I don't say you don't want to listen, you can listen, but in my advice that, okay, you want to have someone by your side, you want to have somewhere to share your story, you share your hard time. You don't need to lock yourself out of the other people. You can play within. You can play with them, but don't try to be like them, because some of the people are very negative. Some people are good to learn, but some people are very negative. And you don't need to learn from them. You can play with them, but no need to. Right? So, I start to build up all the things, and those are some of the most depression and turn into the most happy time of the whole high school years. And when I said, okay, I'm ready again, I was back into trading, and all of that come back. Oh, the depression, the comparing, all of them come back in 5 months, from February 2025 to maybe no, from 1st of January 2025 to May to May, not February to May, yeah, to May. I was back into trading, and the thing is, I was heartbreak. I was hardened. I cried again. I lost a lot of money again. And at this point, in that process, I actually learned more things. I don't know how, but the moment where I got heartbroken, I learned so much things, so much better. So yeah, I put all my work into trading and I actually lost, but at this time I do it better. I have more insight about the market, and I keep expanding my view about the world, and it is, and one thing that I actually bought the book, the first English, fully English book that I have ever bought is Thinking Fast and Slow. So I actually read the book for over years now, but I haven't complete. So much hard for me to process the things, because the book say buy fast, read it slow. Yeah, and at that time the same thing come back, depression, yeah, and I would say, okay, I ran out of money, no more things. But actually I still keeping track on the economic, still watching really carefully about what happening around the world. We still really knew a lot, so I stay sure that my my financial knowledge is not outdated. And I think that, yeah, and it actually have one more left, and okay, we end the video. And this time is about love. Unlike the other, this time I have way more experience than I do on any other last girl that I like, that I fall in love to. But this one is different. I don't want to tell much about that startup, but we talking about German, and then I said I will help her about German, and then she said that okay, I have work to do, and I don't reply you. I'm sorry, I'm not replying you, and I actually get angry, and then don't actually talk with that for more, and then I just keep asking her, do we learn now, and she keeps ignoring me. I don't know, is it ignore or not, but not replying, and I ask her, do we want, and in the end, I said, okay, I'm tired of it. One day, I told her, hey, I want to talk to you. I want to have a chat with you. And we will ask her, do you still gonna continue or not? Or no, I ask her the time, I say the time, I text her at that time. I text her at that time. She don't reply, she offline, and then she come back 40 minutes later. And then I text her once again, and then she don't texting me at all. At that time, I'm still thinking for my reputation. I don't want to. I was so much anger, the same thing, emotional. But this time I held it way good, so good. That I hold my anger down, I keep it inside me, and I record her a voice that I may want to read again, because it is how much I grow in the past few years. It is the indicator of what I have improved. So I write this letter, and then I actually record a voice recording. So because I want what I say to her is gonna best all mean to what I meant. So I want her to get to understand all of what I meant. So, hello Julia. I hope you have a good sleep and wake up to a shiny day, blessed with attitude and spread kindness to other. Don't worry, my love, because I'm not here to be angry or be upset, but just to confess to a feeling of mine, hopeless. At first, I wasn't planning to say any of this feeling for you out. I just want to ask whether you want to study đến nhà năng lực. Or I would just ask how hard it is. Then I want to propose that we're gonna stop that German stuff and leave it aside. Julia, for the first time we met, Otter, I see you as someone who are absolutely beautiful. In the way that I say. Maybe Otter will not look at that. My friends say, oh, she's not beautiful, but I say she's very beautiful. She has some kind of Slavic beauty inside of her, even though she is Vietnamese. Funny. But when coming to the point where I saw you cover the kid from the stink bush, and the care that you asked me when I am okay or not, because in that time I was doing trading, I was so emotional, I was so depressed that I said to myself, oh my god, I was so much tired on that day. I put my earphone down and I just, I don't know, I don't want to talk to anyone. I just watch the financial news. Yeah. And asked me, am I okay or not? And join the exercise, and want me to join the exercise where join me to ask and asked me, do I want to join the exercise? And that moment, those are some of my lowest times in my life. But you were there. Your positivity, your kindness made me fall in love with a girl named Trúc Phương. Is that her name? Oh my god, I shouldn't say that. Oh my god. Maybe you don't know or don't realize any of this, but was there and remember those. I am sorry that I was not that Steven who are always shiny, happy. Sometimes I do have my down, my up, and therefore I want someone to be on my side for both of the time. And you are, my love, you are the godly one. And so that is that I realized that I could never enter your world. It was harder than ever. Every time I give you a message, seems like being ignored. No matter how hard I try or how well I prepare my text, you would never care or leave it a few days or week. I know you have a lot of work to do, but just a bag of attention cannot be seen. Every time like it hurt deeply, but more of the time I told myself to be patient as is waiting for something to change. But I'm sorry, Julia. I couldn't take it anymore, and please understand it. After hearing it, you may not treat me as the same anymore. There will be some barrier, but this is the risk that I'm willing to take. And for you, forgot about the German class, forgot about the interesting talk that we have, that I would love to call you, the name I would love to call you as a favor that I genuinely ask for. And the last thing I could do, may God bless you with the love that you bring for your own son. Because this love is like red juice, it go beyond what money can buy. Every day you carry it and bless to who close to you, your family, and God bless you. Hope you find someone and treat him well. Love you. I would put so much effort into that. And yeah. But in that time, I'm still very angry about the thing, angry about the fact that she don't like me, she don't love me. So I start to behave very badly. I start to, get crazy. No, not behave very badly, but I don't want to see her face. I was hate her so much. I was like, every day I just think about it. It's just a rebellion inside of me that I would not forgive. They say let go of vengeance, but for me, it was too hurt to went by. I was too hurt to be ignored. And there they are. The second one. This one. The title for it is I Forgive You, Julia. I'm with myself right now. I was never sending this to anyone. It's just myself and how to write this in the time that I was so much hurt, so much pain. But I'm not decided to hurt myself, and I sit up, I write this down, and yeah. I forgive you, Julia. I'm with myself right now and stand firm upon what I've been hiding from all the activity just to hide my pain. Even though it will be not sent or see, neither or heard. But I want to have my last word before walking away. I was upset, angry, and disappointed. And why would you not answer my message when you were online, even though I sent 2 times in a row? I say, does that mean that you don't respect me? Yeah. Even that I told you that I want to have a chat with you and let you choose the time, and still then you did not show up. Is my word have any value to you, or I am just not worth to make time with? If only then, plus with all that what I have observed, then I am ready to let it off and walk away. For the past few days, I've had a lot of people about my situation. Sorry for not being a reliable guy who will keep everything inside, but more than ever before, I realized that it all come from me. That I was the one who come up with the idea in the first place. I was the one who overreact, and I also was the one who give you a chance to hurt me like this. From the moment that I touched you, I already give you the permission. I touch you, I already give you the permission to disrespect my worth. And you are the first one who make me question my own worth. In another word, I was upset because of myself. But something in me changed and I decided to forgive you even before I realized it was my own mistake. Part of me are being disrespect, humiliate, and part of me want revenge. But before asking myself one question, does God stand on my side? Let's be real, the world doesn't reward weakness. If someone crosses you, the world say get even, make them pay. They took something from you, you take more from them. It is only fair and justice. But I understand that I am no one to judge or justify. If I do, then it meant that I trust my own judgment more than my God. And therefore, the only thing that I could do is leave it to God's hand and forgive. This doesn't mean that I am a doormat. I am still a human, therefore my emotion also felt it. And even if I forgive you, I still doesn't like you because you hurt me, and more further than that, I give up, walk away for my own peace and respect. And the last word, love you. Wow, that was a long one. And actually that time, after that, I still get depression. I still thinking a lot. I still cannot get over it. I still hurt so much, like for eternity though. Oh my god, I'm so hurtful. I just broke down myself. And then something that God sent to me. I would say that I appreciate this book so much because it's let me understand what I've been, what is this I've been through. And the book named Letter to My Son by Kent Nerburn. And I read one inside, and I actually understand that there are a story about a student with a professor. And one day okay, let's stop this for a while. Okay, back to it. A story about a professor and a student. Those got into an argument, and he said that when his friend asked him, why do you have so much hate toward that professor? And he said, I don't really hate him. Or in fact, I already forgave him a long time ago. I just don't really mind it anymore. And then, so then why you still hate him? I said, every time I see him, he show an attitude toward me. He showed that he showed that, oh, you don't like me, kind of like that. He showed that, oh, that man, oh, you, get off, jerk, kind of like that. He showed that attitude, and his friend said, that's not true. Human, we have a natural that I found it very, very funny. If someone hates us, we hate them for no reason. If someone start to hate toward me, I start to hate them. I don't ask what the reason why. Why do you hate me? I didn't do anything. If you just hate me, then please tell me, and I think that I will fix it. And so I can say sorry, but please, why? For example, like that. But no, human, we have the best way of like interaction with other like that. You hate me, okay, I hate you. You show attitude toward me, I show you too. I show you too. And I said, and he said, well, the professor, he never hate you. In the first place, he would never hate you. But because you show him the attitude that you don't like him in the first place, you hate him in the first place. Therefore, he hate you back. Oh no, he not hate you. He not showing you the good attitude also. Is that really a problem? Yeah, and he said, yeah, that's really a problem. And his friend actually advised him to go up to the professor and have a talk. And when the man comes toward the professor to have a talk, he go and talk with an attitude that very smile, very good. Hey professor, how have you been? And the professor was shocking by his attitude. That he was asking whether is it really that the guy hate me, and the professor asked, oh, I thought you hate me. And he said, no, I was never hate you. I just don't know how to be honest with myself. And the professor was smile and he said, okay, come here. And then those two, whoa, what is this? Oh my god, this is 5% left. Okay, wait for me. Okay, so set up my camera again. My phone actually ran out of battery. Okay, let's talk. And he said, okay, come here. And then they both two talk again very politely, very happily, cheerfully. And from there, those two relationship actually get better. And the professor start to pay more attention to him, to giving him more good things, you know. And so that is, I see it. I see the problem. I see it is really about my problem. And the book was really, really valuable that I start to know what I am. I started thinking. I start to observe it. And I say, okay, I hate Julia, but a part of 2 months, my bad, 2 months. Does I really hate her anymore? Or does that, I say, okay, it already passed and, well, it's just some way of me reviewing my German. I don't need the lesson anymore. I like her, but if it's just a small thing like this, it isn't worth it. And you know what? Because I show the aggressive toward her, and now she's just think that okay, I may hate her, and therefore she hate me also. And I could see it really well. And I say, but at that time, I still have a lot of problem with myself. I start to don't know whether I could go. I start to lost direction in my life. I start to don't know what I want to do, and therefore I just quit learning everything. I just have a time 2 week of myself in absolute nothing. I just lay down, I go to the pagoda and I think for a while. And I start to make up my mind that on that day, I told myself that, dear God and Buddhists, if I have a chance to talk with Julia once again, I would greet her with an attitude where I would smile. I was gonna be so much polite, friendly, and I said to myself, I swear to God, I swear to Buddhists, I will do it. And from there, everything seems so much delightful for me. Everything seems so flow for me. Even though it was, I could never see her again because in that time, as I remember, the SAT, October SAT already happened, and at that time, Julia, if on the day the SAT test date, I actually say, God, please bless Julia, please. Even though I may have something to her, even though I may have some kind of misunderstood with her, but God, please, she's a really good person, and she deserves more to be loved by you, God. And I actually bless it, and unfortunately, she didn't do it well, and she actually put her schedule way back to December. And I was testing in December, and I said, well, is that a coincidence? Because understand this, Julia is a really good student, and I think that in no way that she will be not performing well in the SAT test. Actually, she is. She don't say how much it is, but I think it was just like 1,100, 1,200, or something like that. Yeah. I was like, whoa, what is this? Oh my God. And the next time I go to class, on that day, Miss Tam tell me, okay, on this day you will go to offline class. And I said, okay. I said, okay. I said, okay, I will go. And I met her in that class. I prepared for it. But the way I was things, I don't know. She come up to me and she gave me the key. Oh, and I was shocked. Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. When she go in, she go out. I take my chance and I talk with her for a while. I said, okay, hey, I might start stumble a little bit at the first time, but I said, oh, sometimes I forget, and I forgot the key like that. And she actually smiled a bit, and then I said, actually go into the right thing. So, why are you still here? I said, why are you still here? Even though, and she just smiled and she really thinks that, oh, about the test. Oh yeah, kind of like that about the test. kind of like that. But it is the only first time that I see her smile, like for a long time. And many other time like this, just a few times like that. The last few times it's just that doing on my paper. It's just doing my paper. I don't even look at her face anymore. And we greet other and we say, okay, goodbye, bye, see you soon. Good luck on your test. And she told her she have a test on December. I said, whoa, that is the problem. Whoa, why are you testing on the same day with me in the same center? Whoa, actually funny. And the thing led to another, and let's go back to Saint Thomas about the video. I know about the counseling. What's that? Oh my god, I forgot the name. About the meetup or something like that. And we got a chance to talk, a chance to be with each other. I know, I would say somehow that I still like her a lot, but I understand that if it's not mine and never be, if it's not the woman that God gave me, and it will never be. I just let by throw, even though I like her. When time show up, God will show me that is she the right woman or not. But right now, I don't need to worry too much. Just flow, live, and upcoming I have to do the essay, and this is why the video for this is why I'm talking for 1 hour straight, because I want to make a video about why am I and how, because how the person that I am becoming. What is the person that I am right now? Oh my god, it's 1 a.m. right now. It's 1 a.m. right now. And yeah, my mind will not really work proficiently anymore. So, to be honest, I made this video because I want to show and tell myself. I want to get over thinking of mine. I want to speak out what I thought. And Saint Thomas, if you somehow see this video, I appreciate for spending an hour listening to what I say. Honestly, the personality is the personality that all I have. I hope you like it. And yeah, I really need that. I really need that scholarship. I don't know. Maybe I really worry that my GPA is not enough. So the only thing that could help me is my personality. You know, I would not say that my personality is the best or good, but I'm confident to say that I am here and I can bring value to you guys, bring value to the society, and I hope you can see it too. If it not work, then God have another plan for me, but I really hope to, because I see that study abroad is a chance for me to enhance my point of view to the world that I have right now, because right now it's just living. I never travel out to outside of Vietnam. I just stay in my country. I don't know anything, and I want to have a chance to actually study, work, and make friends with people from all over, from America. I hope you like it. And this video is all that you need to know about me.